Stop blaming your age for weak erections, because the truth is, it's not your birthday candles that are holding you back. It's what's on your breakfast plate. Most men over 60 have fallen into what I call the morning trap, a quiet habit that slowly restricts blood flow to the penis, leaving you feeling less alive, less responsive, and far less confident than you deserve. Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 10 years of experience helping men over 50 restore their circulation, energy, and sexual performance naturally. And today, I want to show you something that might surprise you. Your breakfast, yes, that first meal you eat within an hour of waking, can literally decide how well blood travels through your body for the rest of the day, including the parts that matter most. Here's what's happening. When you wake up, your blood vessels are like dry riverbeds after a long night. The choices you make in that first hour either refill those rivers with clean, oxygen-rich flow, or clog them with sludge that slows everything down. And for men over 60, this single decision can mean the difference between waking up feeling strong and alert, or feeling disconnected, tired, and frustrated in the bedroom. In this video, I'll reveal 4 simple, natural breakfast foods that support pelvic circulation, strengthen the deep muscles behind your erections, and bring vitality back to your mornings. No pills, no gimmicks, just the science of nourishment done right. Make sure you stay until the end, because the third food on this list works faster than most men expect. Some start noticing improvement in less than a week. And if you're ready to take control of your sexual health and energy again, go ahead and subscribe to Inner Vitality. Hit the bell icon and tell me in the comments. Are you ready to rebuild your morning confidence? Type yes if you are, and let's begin your comeback, one breakfast at a time. Let's start with the most unexpected one. And honestly, one of my favorites. Half a steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic sea salt. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Dr. Carter, sweet potatoes? For breakfast? But trust me, this humble food is one of the most effective ways to stabilize your circulation first thing in the morning, especially for men over 60, whose energy, blood pressure, and pelvic strength depend on how the body wakes up after a night of fasting. Here's what happens overnight. While you sleep, your body burns through its glycogen stores, the natural fuel your muscles, including the pelvic ones, rely on for energy. When you wake up, those muscles are hungry. If you skip breakfast or go straight for coffee, you leave your circulatory system running on empty. The result? Sluggish blood flow, heavy legs, and that dull, numb feeling below the waist. A small serving of steamed sweet potato changes all that. Its complex carbohydrates provide clean, steady energy that restores muscle function and wakes up your circulation without spiking blood sugar like toast or cereal. Think of it as flipping the on switch for your blood flow, fueling your system the way nature intended. Then comes the secret ingredient, Celtic sea salt. Unlike processed table salt, Celtic salt is unrefined and loaded with over 80 essential minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium. These trace minerals are the signals your body uses to regulate blood pressure, nerve conduction, and smooth muscle relaxation, the very same processes that control erections and pelvic circulation. Without them, your arteries tighten and your nerves lose sensitivity. Thus, like static on a radio line. One of my patients, Thomas, 71, had spent years waking up with stiff, heavy legs and no energy. I asked him to start his mornings with half a steamed sweet potato, a glass of warm water, and a tiny pinch of Celtic salt. Within a few days, he noticed something he hadn't felt in years, warmth and lightness in his legs and groin. That's the power of giving your body the minerals and energy it's been craving. So tomorrow morning, before your coffee, try this combination. Half a sweet potato, gently steamed, not fried, with just a pinch of Celtic salt. You'll notice a calm, steady energy replacing that morning fatigue. No crash, no jitter, just better blood flow from your head to your toes. And yes, right where it matters most. It's not a miracle. It's physiology. Feed your body what it needs at the right time, and it rewards you with balance, energy, and stronger circulation every single day. If there's one food that consistently surprises men in my clinic, it's this one: whole eggs. Simple, familiar, and probably sitting in your fridge right now. Yet few realize just how powerful they are for rebuilding strength, restoring circulation, and supporting the deep muscles that control erections. You see, when most men over 60 think about eggs, they think about cholesterol. For decades, that little myth scared people away from one of nature's most complete foods. But modern research tells a very different story. The cholesterol in eggs doesn't raise blood cholesterol the way we once believed. In fact, for older men, it's essential. Because cholesterol is the raw material your body uses to make testosterone, the hormone that fuels energy, confidence, and sexual vitality. But that's just the beginning. The real magic of the egg lies in the yolk, the golden center rich in vitamin D, B12, choline, and leucine, a potent amino acid that triggers muscle repair and growth. And not just the muscles you see in the mirror, but the hidden ones beneath your pelvis. The same group that supports the penis, controls blood flow, and maintains firmness during arousal. When circulation slows with age, these muscles lose tone. They become weaker, less responsive, and your erections follow the same pattern. But when you feed them the nutrients they need first thing in the morning, something remarkable happens. Blood flow improves, nerve signals sharpen, and strength slowly returns from the inside out. Think of your pelvic floor as the foundation of your sexual health. If it's weak, everything above it struggles. Whole eggs are like sending in a team of repair workers every morning to reinforce that foundation. Here's the best way to do it. Eat 2 whole eggs, not just the whites, within an hour of waking. Boiled, poached, or scrambled in a small amount of olive oil. Keep it simple and real. Pair them with a source of hydration, like a glass of warm water with lemon, to boost absorption and circulation. Consistency is key here. Do it daily for a few weeks and pay attention to subtle signs: steadier energy, better balance, and that quiet sense of vitality returning below the waist. These are not coincidences. They're your body responding to proper nourishment. And if you've avoided eggs for years, thinking they were the enemy, it's time to welcome them back. Because for men over 60, whole eggs aren't just breakfast. They're medicine. Natural, affordable, and designed perfectly by nature to help you rebuild what time has taken away. Start your morning with them, and you'll start feeling the difference. Not just in your strength, but in your confidence too. Let's talk about something that surprises nearly every man I work with: watermelon. Most people see it as a light summer fruit, but for men over 60, it's one of the most powerful natural tools to restore blood flow, boost energy, and yes, support stronger erections without any pills or side effects. Here's the science. Watermelon contains a key amino acid called L-citrulline. Inside your body, it converts into L-arginine, which then triggers the production of nitric oxide, the same molecule that medications for erectile dysfunction rely on. Nitric oxide relaxes and opens your blood vessels, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to flow freely, especially to the pelvic region and penis. But unlike medications that force the process, watermelon works with your body. It gently rebuilds the pathway so your circulation and nerve function start firing naturally again. You're not tricking your body. You're teaching it how to work the way it used to. One of my patients, Bill, 64, had been struggling with poor morning circulation for years. I suggested something simple. Eat a few slices of watermelon every morning. And don't skip the white part near the rind. That's where the highest concentration of L-citrulline lies. Within 2 weeks, he called to tell me, half laughing, "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but something's finally working again." That something was his blood flow. Here's how to get the same benefit. Eat 2 or 3 slices of fresh watermelon on an empty stomach before breakfast, or blend the red flesh and the white rind into a morning smoothie with ice and lemon. This boosts nitric oxide production and hydration, both essential for good circulation. And speaking of hydration, remember this: blood is mostly water. When you're dehydrated, your blood thickens, your heart works harder, and your pelvic circulation slows down. Watermelon's high water content helps thin the blood naturally, making it easier for oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles and tissues, including the ones responsible for sexual performance. Most men start noticing subtle changes within a week: better warmth, stronger morning firmness, and a sense of renewed vitality. It's not magic. It's simply giving your body the nutrients and hydration it's been missing. So next time you see watermelon, think beyond dessert. Think of it as nature's daily nitric oxide booster. Sweet, refreshing, and scientifically proven to help men over 60 feel more alive, more confident, and more connected to their body again. If you've been skipping breakfast or reaching for sugary cereal in the morning, your body has probably been paying the price, especially your arteries. For men over 60, the health of those tiny blood vessels determines everything: your energy, your stamina, and your performance. And one of the simplest ways to clean, nourish, and reopen those arteries is with a warm bowl of oatmeal mixed with chia seeds. Let's start with the oats. Whole oats are packed with a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber acts like a gentle internal brush, sweeping away excess cholesterol and buildup from the walls of your blood vessels. When those arteries are clear and flexible, blood can travel more freely throughout your body, including to your pelvis and penis. Improved blood flow isn't just about circulation, it's about vitality. When your arteries are open, every organ gets more oxygen, and that translates to better energy, stronger erections, and sharper focus. Now add chia seeds, and you turn this into a circulation superfood. These tiny seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and potassium, 3 nutrients that directly influence how your blood vessels relax and how efficiently your heart pumps. Omega-3s calm inflammation inside the arteries. Magnesium helps the smooth muscles in your vessel walls stay flexible, and potassium keeps fluid balance in check, preventing blood pressure from creeping upward. Together, they create an environment where blood flows smoothly and consistently all day long. You don't need anything fancy. Just cook half a cup of plain oats in water or milk, then stir in a spoonful of chia seeds while it's still warm. Let it sit for a few minutes. The seeds will swell slightly, creating a soft, nourishing texture. For extra flavor and antioxidants, top it with a few blueberries or a dash of cinnamon. No sugar, no processed syrups, just pure functional nutrition. Consistency is what makes this work. Eat this breakfast 5 or 6 mornings a week, and within a couple of weeks you'll notice subtle but real changes. Lighter legs, steadier energy, better sleep, and yes, improved responsiveness where it matters most. That's because when your circulation improves, so does your body's ability to deliver nutrients and hormones efficiently. Remember, you can't rebuild vitality on an empty foundation. You need strong arteries to carry the life force that fuels every part of your health, from your heart to your penis. Oatmeal with chia seeds might look simple, but inside your body it's performing complex, powerful repair work every single morning. It's easy, affordable, and backed by science. Proof that sometimes the most effective solutions are sitting right there in your kitchen bowl. If you've made it this far, it already tells me something important. You care. You're not ready to give in to the slow decline that most men accept after 60. You're still in the fight, and that's exactly the mindset your body needs to heal, grow, and perform again. Now you know the truth. Your morning habits shape your circulation, your energy, and your confidence. Those quiet choices, what you put on your plate in the first hour after waking, decide whether blood flows freely or struggles through narrowed pathways, whether you start your day grounded, steady, and strong, or sluggish and disconnected. Let's recap the 4 simple tools your body's been waiting for. Steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt to restore minerals and stabilize morning energy. Whole eggs to rebuild the deep pelvic muscles that support erections and strength. watermelon to awaken nitric oxide and enhance blood flow naturally, and oatmeal with chia seeds to clean, relax, and nourish your arteries from the inside out. These are not exotic remedies or temporary hacks. They're foods your body understands. When used consistently, they transform your mornings into a foundation for vitality, not just for sexual performance, but for life itself. You don't need to do all of them at once. Start small. Pick one tomorrow morning, maybe the sweet potato, maybe the eggs, and make it part of your daily rhythm. Within days, you'll begin to feel subtle shifts, more warmth, more energy, and that quiet confidence returning to your step. Give it a few weeks and you might just wake up to something you haven't felt in years, natural strength and hope. Remember this, aging doesn't take your power. It simply waits for you to reclaim it. Every bite you take can be a signal to your body, a message that you're not done, that you still believe in its ability to recover and thrive. So if this message resonates with you, subscribe to Inner Vitality, hit the like button, and share this with a friend who might need the reminder that it's never too late to rebuild his confidence and circulation. Starting with breakfast. Your next chapter begins tomorrow morning. One choice, one meal, one act of belief at a time.